Just wait a while. In 2-3 minutes, we will start our class.
हाँ? इसके अंदर बेटा आपकी जैसे स्कूल के बच्चे का हमारा कैमरा नहीं चलता.
Mute your mic, please. Everybody mute your mic, please. Zuhaib, mute your mic. Hania Khurshid, you can ask anything on the chat. I'll reply you. Galaxy J5, who is this? Rename your ID, please. Rename your ID and write your name, class, and roll number. Everybody whose IDs are not with their names, kindly rename your ID, your name, class, and then your roll number so that I can identify yourself. Shafin Jabbar is here, Ramla, Zayan, Sayyid Aisha, Sumayya, Ramiz, Muhammad Hasnain, Ahad Khan, Hania Khurshid, Ariba Mursaleen. This is the way of writing your ID, your name, class, and then your roll number. Can you people hear me?
Yes.
Okay, then mute your mic, please. It will be convenient for you and for me also. Everybody mute your mic. Subhan Shakil, raise your hand, please. Hania Khurshid, why you are raising your hands? Is there any question? You can write in your chat. If you have any query, any question right now, write in the chat, I'll reply you. Ahad Khan, rename your ID, your name, class, and roll number. Everybody, Muhammad Saqlain also. Rename your ID, Sayyida Aisha, Zuhaib, Ramla. Rename your IDs, your name, class, and roll number. Shafin Jabbar, you also. Rename your ID. IDs, set the ID. Don't write in the chat. I want your name should be proper. Zuhaib, Ramla, Shafin Jabbar. Sayyida Aisha. Rename your ID. Don't write on the chat. Ahad Khan, your name, class, and roll number. Take few seconds and rename your ID. That's why they're muting their mic. Take care. Muhammad Ali. This is the right way to write your name, your ID, your name, class, and then your roll number must be there so that I can identify your name with your class and section also. Zuhaib and Ramla, you haven't renamed your ID. Zuhaib and Ramla. Ahad Khan, rename your ID, bete. You haven't renamed it. Zuhaib and Ramla, rename your ID. Ramiz Yasin, if you have any query, any question, you are raising your hand. You can write in the chat. Write in chat if you have any problem right now. Abdul Rahman, Umar Abdul Rahman. Umar Abdul Rahman, rename your ID. Rename your ID, your name, class with section, and then roll number. Very good, Zuhaib. You have done that. Ramla, you are still taking time. Zainab. Sayyida Aisha, very good. Sayyida Aisha, make the order in a proper way. First your name, then your class, and then your roll number should be there. You have written roll number first, then class, then name. No, make the correct order. First your name, your class with section, and then your roll number. Mute your mics. Sayyida Aisha, rename the ID and make it proper. Zuhaib and Ramla, Abdul Rahman Siddiqui, rename your ID bete. First your name, your class with section, and then your roll number must be there. Ahad Khan, very good. Okay, so should we start the lecture? Should we start the class?
तुम्हें शर्म आ रही है?
Subhan Shakil, you can write the chat. You can write your query, your question in the chat. Ramiz Yasin, you have raised your hands. You can ask in the chat if you have any problem. Subhan Shakil, Miss, copies are important for today. No, not for today. Subhan Shakil, copies are not important for today, for this week also. I'm not giving you any homework, written homework, so copies are not so much important in this week. You may buy it for after 2 days. It's okay. Zuhaib, can you hear me now? Zuhaib. Ramiz Yasin, copies are not so much important today. You can buy it after 2 to 3 days. No problem. Whose mic is on? Okay, Ali Jafri. Okay, now. Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome to all the new students in your new session, new class, class 7. This is our first online class and I'm your English teacher, Sidra. You have already seen me in the school premises before, but we haven't had class together up till now. Now we will be together for the whole session, inshallah, through these online classes. I'm your English literature and language teacher. I'm an MBA qualified in Human Resource Management from Iqra University. This is the brief introduction about myself. Sahel Saad, you also rename your ID, please. Your name, class, section, and your roll number must be there. Okay. And I hope you all will be safe and healthy, staying at home. First of all, I would like to tell you some rules of these online classes, of these virtual classes. You people are mandatory to make an ID with your own names to be allowed to enter in the classroom, as I am asking to everybody that you are to rename the ID with your name, class with section, and then your roll number must be there. And no student will be allowed to enter the classroom with irrelevant identity. Means if your class is not mentioned with your name, your roll number, then you will not be allowed to take the class after today. This is the first class, that's why I'm allowing everybody and I'm guiding also you that you have to rename your IDs. No student will be allowed to enter the classroom after 10 minutes of the start of the lecture. Means after starting the lecture, after 10 minutes, I will lock the meeting. Nobody will be allowing, I will not allow to anybody to enter in the meeting. So you have to be there on time. Only 10 minutes grace time will be given to you. You also not allowed to turn on the audios during the lecture. The last 10 minutes of every lecture will be devoted to the student for any question or any query or any clarifications. Means when I will stop the lecture, before ending the class, before 10 minutes, I will give you time to ask the question, raise your hand, you may ask, or you can write in the chat also that what you want to ask. During the lecture, you are not allowed to say anything because you all are mute. One more thing is very important, that you have to keep a notebook with yourself during the whole lecture so that you can note down any important question you want at the end, or what I'm explaining you, as you are not having your copies to write down everything in your copies. You have to be very punctual and you have to be very careful about these all points, that you have to take a paper or register a notebook with yourself so that you can note down anything important which I am telling you, or if you want to ask me. No student can exit the classroom before the lecture has fully ended. You have to take the lecture completely till the end of the class. You are not allowed to leave at any point. You should and you must actively participate during the entire lecture. I can also ask questions time to time with anybody. You should be very careful and vigilant what I am telling you, what I am delivering you, so that I can ask any question and you could reply me. All the students, you all are directed to memorize your roll numbers, which is given in your result envelope. There is a card, plus on the envelope there is a paper pasted on it where your name, your class with section and your roll number was there. See the envelope or take out the card inside the envelope so that you can memorize your own roll number from there. All the students, I hope that you will behave very nicely, or strict actions will be taken against any student violating these rules. You should be very careful about these all rules which I am telling you. These rules of virtual classes has already uploaded on the Google Classroom also. You may go there and search and see the rules you have to follow. Okay, after every lecture, assignment will be uploaded on the Google Classrooms. The assignments carry marks and grades also. So you should listen the lecture very carefully. You can ask any question to me, any problem, you can take answer from me. Raise your hand, write any question in the chat, and I will reply you. You students are bound to complete all assignments properly, which will be submitted to the teachers also. The date of submission of assignment will also be uploaded on the Google Classroom. Then when you have to submit your assignments. YouTube links of the virtual classes, virtual lectures will be shared on the Google Classroom. In the case of any student missing the lecture will be accessible in the Google Classroom to view. If you have any urgent problem, you can miss the lecture, but not frequently. If you have missed the lecture, you have to go to the Google Classroom. The link of this recording lecture will be uploaded over there and you can find it out there. These were some rules which I hope you will follow in future till this session, online session. Zuhaib, why you can't hear me? Everybody can. Now, Zuhaib, can you hear me now? Who is coming? Everyone, mute your mic, please, so that the lecture will not be interrupted. Ramla, you can't hear me. My voice is very slow. Why? Okay, now. Is it okay now? Ramla, give me reply on chat. Can you hear me properly or not? Okay, now we should start the lecture. This is our English language class. First of all, I would like to give a brief introduction, or we should discuss this topic, that why we are having these online classes. We have this opportunity of online classes because of COVID-19. I'm very thankful to the management and my staff that our school that they have given us chance to learn more and interact with you all online. This is a very dangerous virus actually. That's why we have to stay at homes as we are, as it's not only dangerous for ourselves but also the people to whom we are meeting. Means this is very dangerous for the people with we are living at our homes, our family members, because it spreads so easily and very fast. So we should maintain distance with the other person. We should avoid handshaking, hugging, even meeting, to protect ourselves and our loved ones too. We should wear mask on our face to protect our nose and mouth, because when someone sneezes, he or she sprays small liquid droplets from their mouth or nose. If we inhale or breathe in these droplets, we could also get the same disease. So, wearing mask is very important. We should wear gloves also to save our hands from the germs and dirt. Wash our hands with clean water and soap frequently, especially when we cook something, after caring sick persons, before and after eating, after caring our pet animals, or if our hands are visibly dirty, we should wash them. Usage of hand sanitizer is also very helpful to be protected from this disease. So due to current situation of our city, we should avoid going outside, meeting with the people unnecessarily. And if it's very urgent, then also wear mask, gloves before going out, and after coming back, we should take shower, clean ourselves, wash the clothes immediately, wash mask and gloves also, and drink hot water daily, what I personally use on daily basis. As I am coming and going outside, coming at the school to give you online classes, also I am going outside. So your parents, maybe your fathers, they would be going outside their offices. So everybody should drink hot water, hot drinks daily, at night and in the morning. They should wash their clothes what they are wearing before going outside. They should wash their gloves. If it is not disposable, then you should wash their gloves and mask also, so that our body will be cleaned, and wherever we are sitting, lying, sleeping, these places will be cleaned. Now we should come to the point and come to the lecture. First of all, on your screen, you can see the cover page of your book and copy. On your copy, on the cover page of your copy, write your roll numbers properly, which has given to you in the result envelope. When you open your copy, this is the index page you can see here. First of all, you have to write serial number according to the written works topic. Date must be over there. Topic name, and teacher signature will be a topic name. With the topic name, you have to write the particulars also. The topic name, which exercise we are going to start, and how many bullets we are completing in the copy as a written work. You have to write proper index, proper particulars in this column. Then we have teacher signature, where I will sign then the parent signatures. Now, after this page, at the right side, single line page, there is a red border also. You have to write the syllabus for the session 2020 and 2021. You have to give this heading on the red border. Galaxy J5 who has just joined us, please rename your ID, your name, class, which section. Galaxy J5, who is this? Rename your ID, please, your name. First of all, mute your mic. Everybody who is joining, please mute your mics. Then rename your ID with your real name, your class with section, and then your roll number, which is given to you in your result envelope. Okay, now this is the syllabus pasting page. You have to give syllabus heading of session 2020 and 2021 on the red border. Then you have to paste the syllabus which will be given to you, which will be provided to you by your teachers. You have to paste it over there and I'll sign over there. Then this is the title page. When you will start your written work of any topic, you have to make the title page at the left side of single line pages. Topic name must be there. For example, we have topic number 1, parts of speech. Then its subtitles like exercise number, book page number, plus how many bullets we are going to complete in this whole exercise. This is the proper way to write to make the title page. Topic number 1, parts of speech, subtitles, exercise number, then page number of the book, and then bullets, how many bullets we are going to cover in this exercise, 1 till 10, 5 till 10, or 1 till 20, how many, whatever is there, the requirement. Then we have the topic. Today's topic is parts of speech. Maybe you have done it before in your previous class, but in this session, we will elaborate or we will explore more things, more explanations of this topic. So, what is actually the parts of speech? Parts of speech are the words. The words are divided into different kinds of classes called parts of speech. Words are divided into different kinds of classes called parts of speech according to their usage. Means in the sentence, every word is playing its own part, which cannot be played by any other part of the speech. So, if these parts will not play their own part at the right place, the message which is delivered to the other person will not be conveyed as you want. So all these parts have their own usage and they are used in the sentence according to their work which they perform. So we have to make the right order of all these parts so that we can arrange, we can uh, make a proper sentence which will be delivered according to our message to the recipient. These words should be properly in a right order placed in the sentence. We have 9 parts of speech. It means these parts are in 9 number. Noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and articles. These all are parts of speech, means whatever we are speaking, the sentences are made up of these all parts. This is the flowchart of parts of speech which you will be going to make in your classwork copy just after the title page. Before starting the descriptive definitions or any written work in your copy, you have to make this flowchart in your copies. Maybe you will have to make it horizontally because these are 9 and you cannot make them vertically properly. So make them very proper with the scale, pencil, make proper boxes. Don't make it free-handed. Otherwise it will be not looking neat and tidy. Okay,
Yes, I don't have copy.
Abiha Anis, rename your ID please. Your name, class, section, and then your roll number must be there. Okay, now come to the lecture. First of all, we have part number 1, which is noun. A noun is a word used as the name of a person, place, or things. Means the noun is a word. We use it for the name of a person, place, or things. Means everything in this world, in this universe, has got the name for the identification. When we get birth, when a baby birth, first of all, people think about the name of the baby, that how we should call him or her. So for each and every person, for each and everything in this world, we have a name for the identification of their. So all the names, all the naming words you may say are called nouns. For example, Akbar was a great king. I have highlighted Akbar with the red color because it's a name of a person. King is a name of the state of the person. That who is Akbar? Akbar was a great king. So they both are the names. Number 2, the rose smells sweet. Rose is the name of a thing which we call also flower. So it is also a name. We can't call a water bottle to the rose. We call a flower. Flower name is rose. So it's a naming word. The sun shines bright. Sun is also a naming word, which is the name of anything which exists in this world, in this universe. In short, all the naming words are called noun. We have another classification of noun here: common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, material noun, collective noun, and countable and uncountable noun. This is a totally different topic, but I am going to give you a brief introduction about it. Muhibur Rahman, please rename your ID, your name, class which section, and then your roll number must be there, which is given in the result envelope. Okay. First of number 1 kind of noun, we have common noun. Common nouns are those nouns which are used for the general words like girl, boy. To every girl we call girl. To every boy we call boy. So these are the common words which we use for commonly, which we use generally. Proper noun are the specific nouns of these all person, places, or thing. Means a girl name is Sarah, a boy name is Ali. To every boy we don't call Ali. To every girl we don't call Sarah. These are the specific names for their identification. So this is the difference between common noun and proper noun, that common nouns are used for the general words, but proper noun are the specific names of these common words. Then we have number 3, abstract noun. Abstract nouns are those nouns which are untouchable, you may say, invisible. These are the names of feelings also. All those words, all those nouns which are invisible, untouchable, emotional feelings. For example, truth, happiness, sadness. We can feel them. We can feel these emotions, but we cannot touch them, we cannot see. We can guess by the person's face, but we cannot touch them, and these are invisible. Then we have material noun. The name of the things which are made up of material, any material or substance. These are called material nouns. For example, gold, plastic chair, cotton shirt, and wooden chair. These all are material nouns, that the things which made up of any material or substance. Iron rod or resin bag, these all are made up of substance or any material. Then we have collective noun. When we make a set or group of any homogeneous things are, Abiha Anis, please mute your mic. Okay, collective nouns are the set of homogeneous things. Like if I combine all the copies of your class and make a set of these copies, and I give the name of these set of copies a pile of class 7 pile, or uh, books pile, you may say. The pile is collective noun. It's defining the collection of homogeneous things, and we will give them a one single name for all the set, for the whole group. These are called collective nouns. Then we have countable nouns. All the things which are countable, like apples or classrooms, students, pen, pencils, books, copies, they are countable. We can count them easily. And uncountable things which we cannot count, like 1 liter milk, they can be measured, but they cannot be counted. So milk, water, juices box are countable, but the juice inside the box, the liquid, is uncountable. So this is the difference between countable and uncountable noun. Then we have, next part is adjectives. Adjective is a word used to describe a noun, as he is a tall boy. With the example, uh, you can see that how is the boy. This is the quality of the boy, that he is tall. Means the adjectives are those words which describes or which tells us the quality of the noun. There are 20 boys in the class. Not only the visible things, you may say the adjectives, but the countable numbers are also adjectives. That how many students are in the class? The class is consist of 20 boys. The numbers are also adjective. The quality, whether it is a good or bad quality of the boy, but it's a quality of the boy, it's a quality of noun. The quality of noun is called adjective. Adjectives are the words which describes more and more about the nouns. In short, the quality of the noun is called adjective. Then we have pronoun. A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun, means to maintain the quality of a sentence. If we don't want to write or to call same name, like John is absent because he is ill. Why I'm using he here in the same sentence instead of John? I can also use it like John is absent because John is ill, but I don't want to because it will destroy the quality of my sentence. So to improve the quality of the written work, your paragraph, your speech, you use pronoun instead of nouns. If you don't want to use noun repeatedly, you can use pronoun at at the place of nouns like he, she, we, I, them, they. These all are pronouns. The books are where you let them. Them is a pronoun which is used instead of books. I can also say the books are where you let books, but it will not be so much understandable. It's not easy to understand and it will destroy the quality of the sentence also. So to improve the quality, to maintain the quality of the sentence, we use pronoun instead of nouns. Pronoun has also classified in 6 different kinds or types, you may say. Subjective pronouns, all those pronouns in the structure in the sentence which is used at the place of subject, like we have a structure subject plus verb plus object of any sentence. So subjective pronouns are those pronouns which are used at the place of subject, like he is not coming to the school, or he goes to school late. He is a subjective pronoun that it is used in the sentence as a subject. Objective pronouns are those which are used as an object pronoun. He is beating him. He is a subjective pronoun and him is an objective pronoun. Then possessive pronouns like this, whose book is this? This is mine. Mine is a possessive pronoun. All those pronouns which shows the possession, the ownership of the person or the ownership of anyone, these are called possessive pronoun. Then we have relative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, interrogative pronouns. The whole topic of kinds of pronoun will be uh, explained you in the in future, because it's a totally changed topic. We are not going to discuss it in this topic of parts of speech. Then we have another part is verb. As you all know that all those words which expresses the action, this is called verb. Action plus state also. The condition of the person, the thing, the place, it is also called verb. Not only those words which are showing the actions, which are going the work, these are not only verbs, but also the state of the person, place, or anything. These all are called verb. Means the verb is a word used to express an action, work, or state also. For example, the girl wrote a letter to her cousin. This wrote is the second form of write. Write, wrote, written. This is verb. Karachi is a big city. How is Karachi? Karachi is a big city.
Big.
So is an auxiliary verb. You may say helping verb also, but it is also a verb. Not only the action words are called verbs, but also the helping verbs are also. Those all words which shows the states of the person, of the place, of the things, these all are called verbs. Iron and copper are useful metals. Whose mic is on? Please mute your mic. Okay, this is also helping verb. Is, am, are, has, have, and has been, have been. These all are auxiliary verbs. They denotes the states also. So these all are verbs. Okay, this is the uh, picture. You can say regular or irregular verb. Regular verbs are those verbs by changing their past and participle forms. They don't change their actual spellings. You just have to add ed with them You can use ed with the end with all these verbs, and they don't change their actual spellings. These all are regular verbs. And all those verbs, those who change their actual spellings by changing the forms like be, was, and were. You can see here the spellings are totally changed. Be is beb, and was and were, the spellings are totally changed. Then in past participle, been, the spelling is completely changed. So these are the irregular verbs. All those words which change their spellings, their totally pronunciation is changed due to the change in the forms. These are called irregular verbs. And all those verbs, those, they don't change their actual spellings. Only we have to add ed at the end of these words to make their different forms. These are called regular verbs. Then we have adverb. As we have done before, that the quality of the noun is described by the word which is adjective. Now the adverbs are those words that describes the verb, that how the work is performed. The quality, the modification of a verb, these all words are which modifies the verb. The work is performed, but how the work is performed, like I wrote letter. I wrote a letter easily. Easily is an adverb. How did I write the letter? Easily, or fastly, or um, with with difficulty. So these are the words which are describing the verbs, that how the work is performed. These words are called adverbs. For example, you can see here a verb, he drove a car. How he drove a car? Slowly. Slowly is describing the quality of verb driving, that how did he drive the car? He drove the car slowly. Then it is also, it's not only describe the verb but also an adjective. See the example, he drove a very fast car. Fast is an adjective and very is describing an adjective. So the adverb the adverbs do not only describes the verb but also an adjective or another adverb. In the third example, you can see she moved quite slowly down the aisle. Means slowly is another adverb you can use here. Slowly, slowly is also adverb. Means some adverbs can describe verb, they can describe adjective, as well as they can describe another adverb in the sentence. These are some adverbs. Happily, carefully, you can use, you can make your own sentences. Okay, these are some kinds of adverbs. We are not going into the deep depth. Adverb of manner, adverb of time. Whose mic is on? Please switch off your mic, mute it. Okay, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and adverb of degree. It's a totally different topic. That's why I'm not going to go in the detail of it. These are the types of adverbs. Then we have preposition. A preposition is a word used with a noun or pronoun to show how the person or thing denoted by the noun or pronoun stands in relation to something else. If you read the example, there is a cow in the garden, means prepositions are the words which shows the relationship between one noun to the another, one noun to the other pronoun, or any word in the sentence. These words shows the relation, or where the noun is standing, what is the relation between the noun and the other noun or pronoun in the same sentence. Like in, on, under, over. The crow, the bird is over the tree. Yeah, or you can say the bird flies over the tree. I can jump over the chair. I can sit in the chair, and she lives near my house. These all are preposition which shows the position where the noun is standing to the other word in the sentence. The girl is fond of music. A fair little girl sat under a tree. So these are the words, which shows the position where does the noun is standing or exist to the relation of the other word in the sentence. This is the list of preposition. You can use them in your own words, like with. I'm going to the market with my mother. This is the relation of yourself with your mother, that I am going to the market with my mother. Out. My teacher told me to go out. These are the words which shows the place, the positions. Like I'm going, these are the examples of previous list of preposition. With, along with, she is coming along with her friends. This word showing the relation between she and her friends. Divide the chocolates between these two boys. Distribute these copies among. Okay, I am going to give you a brief differentiation between and among. If you have two boys, then you will use between with them. But if you have more than two boys, then you will use among. 3, 4, 5, and uncountable, you may say, then you have to use among instead of between. Preposition, actually it's a combination of two different words. Pre means before, so it is used before a noun or pronoun. It doesn't use after. It is used before a noun or a pronoun. And position means to show the place, where does the thing lies, where does the thing exist. Then we have conjunctions and, but, when. With this puzzle picture, you can see that these are the joining words. To join two different words, two different sentences, two different phrases, you use these words. These are called conjunctions. Conjunction is a word used to join words or sentences. Means to conjunct, means to join two things. Rama and Harry are cousins. We can also say Rama is the cousin of Harry, Harry is the cousin of Rama. But to make it, to write in one sentence, in a single sentence, we use two names, we join two names with the conjunction and. 2 and 2 makes 4, same. I ran fast but I missed the train. I can also write I ran fast, full stop, I missed the train, full stop. Means we had two different sentences, but to join them, to make them single sentence, we use but over here, just like I ran fast but missed the train. So these are the words to conjunct two words, two sentences, or two phrases. These are called conjunctions. Then we have interjection. An interjection is a word which expresses some sudden feelings. Means we don't think about telling these words. We don't uh, think before taking out these voices from our words. These are the sudden feeling sounds which comes out suddenly from our mouth. Like hurrah, we have won the game. Wow, hey, alas. These are those words which shows our feelings. These are the feelings words which comes out from our mouth suddenly. We don't think before telling them, before saying them. Please mute your mic. Then we have articles. The word a or an and the are called articles. They come before noun. A or an and the. These are all three are articles. Actually, there are two types of articles: definite and indefinite articles. Definite article is the, and indefinite articles are a or an. Example: she is an intelligent girl. A woman is more sensitive than a man. The cow is a useful animal. C. Indefinite articles are used for the general things. We use a or an. As you know that an is used for the singular nouns which have the beginning sounds of vowel, and a is used for the beginning sound of consonants. Then we have definite article, which is the is used for the specific things. A or an. Indefinite articles are used for general things. Definite articles, the, is used for specific things. Indefinite articles, a or an. The choice between a or an is determined by sound. As I told you that an is used with all the words beginning sounds having vowel sound, a, and all those words the beginning sound is consonant sounds. All the letters except vowel a, e, I, o, u, except all these 5 letters, all the letters are called consonants. So with the consonant sound words, beginning sound of consonant words, we use a, or and for all the words which has beginning sounds of a, n, of vowel. Definite articles, when we talk about a particular person or thing or one already referred to, means when we are talking about a very special, very important, a specific thing or person, then we use the plus. If we have already talked about that person or thing and we want to denote it again, then also we use article the. For example, the book you want is out of print, means not all the books are out of print, but the book which you want, the specific book, is out of print. So we use here the. A horse is a noble animal. Not all the horse, or not all the animals are noble, but the specific animal, which is horse, the horse is a noble animal. The rose is the sweetest of all flowers, means we have lot of flowers, but the rose is the sweetest of all, means there is a specific flower which is the sweetest of all the flowers. So this is all about the parts of speech today. If you have any question, you have any query, you can write in the chat box, so can I could reply you. Just review the whole topic. Everybody just review the whole topic.
Miss, chat is disabled.
Chat is disabled. Okay. Now can you write the...
No, miss.
Miss, chat is disabled.
Okay, just a minute.
Chat is disabled.
What about now?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Switch off your mic, please. Mute it.
मम्मा देखिए क्या हुआ हटी गई मीटिंग पता नहीं कैसे नहीं मैंने कुछ नहीं किया मैं तो चैट में थी
Mute your mic,
चैट
please.
चैट में जाती चैट जने बोला है कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ हाँ खुल गया
Subhan Shakil, what is reflexive pronoun? Why you are going one step before me? I told you that we will discuss these kinds of pronoun later in the next topic, inshallah. Just we are learning here parts of speech. Don't go in the depth before the time. You will be confused. Okay. You don't have your copies right now, so I'm not giving you any written homework today. I'm giving you some time to buy the copies. Before that, your homework will be uploaded to the Google Classroom. I'm just giving you oral homework that you have to learn the definitions of all the parts of speech. Whose mic is on, please mute it. When I'll give you written assignment, I will guide you. Just learn these all the definitions. This video will be uploaded to the Google Classroom. Okay, and the time of the class is over. So hopefully you will complete the oral assignment. Thanks a lot. Allah Hafiz.